Hi everyone, my name is Sally and I'm 18 years old and I'm currently a freshman in Purdue University and I am in exploring studies now and I'm trying to coding industrial management in the next semester. And in my daily life, I love dancing and I thought dancing can always make me happy and relaxed. And in this video, I want to reflect my first semester in Purdue, and I want to talk about my changes and my achievements and my improvements in Purdue. So the first challenge for me when arriving here must be the language barrier, because although I have studied English for about 12 years, in China we will only focus on the vocabulary and grammar part. And so when I arrive in here, I just feel really hard to express my ideas. So for example, in my first physics lab with my lab partner, I feel that is really a bad experiences because firstly, I cannot understand the procedures in our lab manual because I cannot understand a lot of professional physics words. And also, I cannot communicate to my lab partner. Although I maybe know the answer, I just don't know how to translate it into English. And after that, I just try to practice more and observe others, like how others start a conversation. Like, how are you, what's your major, and this stuff. So in the next time I will apply this, I will try to start a conversation first. And for the academic part, for example, my lab, I would preview it and make sure that I understand all procedures in my lab. And also I would try to be more brave. If I have any questions, I would ask my teachers or ask my partners to repeat and maybe try to explain for me, and gradually I can understand a lot of things. And here comes to the second part, which is my daily life in Purdue, which is linked to my self-regulation. Because when I am in China, I have a lot of classes, and so my parents would do a lot of stuff for me. For example, they would help me to wash my clothes and buy a lot of things for me like this. But when I am in Purdue, I just have myself. And actually there's a funny thing that is in BGR, right? In BGR, I would go to bed like 5 or 6 p.m. in the evening because every day I just feel really exhausted because I need to learn a lot of things, maybe like how to wash the clothes, how to find a supermarket, how to tidy my room, like this. And fortunately, I got really a lot of help from a Chinese association, which is PUXA. Every day they will post a lot of articles about how to find a supermarket, how to find a Chinese restaurant, and how to take the city bus, this kind of. And also I know there's a lot of Chinese student in it, and so I make friends with them, and when I have questions I would just ask them. And also I joined a dance club, which is DAO, Dance Out Loud, and I make friends with a lot of people which has same interest with me, and that really makes my life more colorful and full. Next is about the academic part. I can clearly remember how many times I forgot to do my pre-lab for my physics in the first few weeks. And I really don't have plans at that time. And actually, I currently learned my ways to memorize my due dates from my roommate's Jenny. I would put my every due into my calendar, and I would check it frequently, and also the calendar will inform me every day before my due days, and so I have time to compensate for my homework. And also I will have weekly plan and daily plan. For example, for next week I will have 3 exams. So for the math exams, I prepare to first do the study guide, and I would do some extra exercise for the questions that I'm really confused. And also, at last, I would do at least 3 past exams and correct them. If I had questions, I would ask my professor or email him like this. So secondly, I learned how to study alone. I would try to find study resources on my own, and also I would have higher concentration if I can study alone. And the last part is about American culture. People always say that Americans love freedom, love fast food, and this kind of stereotypes. Actually, the most impressive values about Americans for me is direct, informal, and friendly. I have a class that is EDPS class. We only have 15 students in that class. And students are free to ask all kinds of questions, and they can stop the professor at any time if they have questions or any confusing. And also, students are even they can eat or drink in the class. But in China, it is totally prohibited, and the professor are always really strict with us. And so at first, I feel really surprised and shocked, and I will only sit in my seat and listen to the professor. I will not join their conversation. But gradually, my classmates, they will drag me into their conversation. They will ask me a lot of questions. So I just get used to this style of learning. And I found it is really interesting to be like having an informal class like this. And when I was in China, that situation would never happen. Another interesting about the culture must be the festival for me. And as I mentioned in my field trip, I went to Indianapolis for the haunted house, and I really learned a lot of customs for Halloween of American. And now the Christmas is coming, and when I went to Walmart, there are a lot of decorations. So now I'm start to decorate my dorm now. So here comes to the end, and look back to all my changes in this semester. I actually feel really worthy to make this decision. Next semester, I hope I can improve myself on my writing part of my language, and I hope I can went to writing lab. And also, I want to have a better time management plan, because I always feel a little bit pressure and exhausted in this semester, and because I will stay up late every day. So next semester, I hope I can have a better time management plan. So this is my story, and I feel really happy to show up this, and thank you. Bye.